Raptor fans, it has been quite some time since I've been able to talk to you guys, but it seems like now that the draft's kicked in, free agency's about to begin, the trades have been starting to drop right now, so things are getting real crazy in the NBA, so it seems like sports are going to finally get back into the swing of things, and man, do I miss talking to you guys. And as you all know, yesterday the NBA draft was held, obviously virtually. And the Raptors had two selections, the 29th overall pick in the first round and the 59th overall pick in the second round. With those picks, the Raptors select guard Malachi Flynn from San Diego State and the 22-year-old guard, all right? And then we'll get to the second guy. We have Jalen Harris, if I'm not mistaken, is the second round pick, 59th overall for the Toronto Raptors. And the first thing I'm going to say about these two guys is safe picks. And the reason I say that is because these guys can flat out score the basketball. And in this day and age, if you can have guys who can shoot the three and create their own off the dribble and shoot a good mid-range, you will succeed. The other and guys, if you guys watch any of my Blue Jay videos, you'll know that I've tried to have a lot of faith in Teoscar Hernandez for quite a while. Because you can't teach power. You can't teach a good arm. He has both. So it's all the other things that he tries to learn. It took him a while, but this year, put it all together and looked really good this season for the Toronto Blue Jays. So I look at basketball, and I'm like, okay, if a guy can score, you can't teach a guy to score, right? I mean, there's freak in nature like Pascal Siakam who starts playing, and he's just like, I can just score. That's just me. Not in the playoffs this year, of course, but we're not going to get into that. What I noticed from a guy like Malachi Flynn is he's an incredible passer. He's explosive off the bounce. He's great in the pick and roll. From the highlight packs that I was seeing, he was great in the pick and roll. And he reminds me a lot of a Fred VanVleet. Now, but when I say that, that does not mean Fred VanVleet is leaving the Toronto Raptors. Malachi Flynn is not a Fred VanVleet replacement. Anyone who thinks that is nuts. You draft a guy, 29th overall in the first round, and instantly, bang, you're losing Fred VanVleet and plopping this guy in there? No. He's a little bit of a project player, like Fred VanVleet was. Just because he was a first-round pick doesn't really mean anything. And the great thing about this draft is that you can't physically go to these people and go to see games and whatnot. They're all virtual and videos and whatnot. So the mid to late rounds and even the second round, you might see some very good players coming out of that. And if you're the Toronto Raptors, I think you just got one in Malachi Flynn. The reason I say that, he averaged 17 a game with San Diego State. He transferred to San Diego State from Washington State in 2018. But 17.6 points a game, 5.1 assists. Again, great passer, as I was saying. 4.5 boards per game. This guy's only 6'1", 4.5 rebounds. Yeah, and the thing that I love, about this kid is now when it comes to mano-a-mano defense, again, he's a smaller guy, not the biggest guy out there, but again, can you teach that? No. Sorry. Is that God-given talent? Man, height-wise, yes, but he can fill himself out and be a strong player. That's not God-given. He can do that. So I'm not worried about that. He is an incredible guy at getting inside the passing lanes and getting steals. He averaged 1.8 steals per game with San Diego State. And who led the NBA in deflections this year? Fred VanVleet. Again, comparisons, crazy. The range on this guy is incredible. I saw a lot of logo shots, Damian Lillard logo shots, a lot of deep threes, some clutch shots that he hit, at least the ones that I saw. He shot 37% from three. A solid three-point shooter. He's got good mid-range. Once again, he's good off the pick and roll. Really good stuff. Again, there's holes in his game. Like I said, the mano-a-mano defense against a bigger guy, a bigger guard, right? It's going to be tough. But again, he gets bigger, he'll be able to do that. And you put him in this organization with this coaching staff, the defense-first mentality, this kid will learn. He'll learn how to play defense. He's an incredible scorer. He's great with the basketball. And I think that's something that's so important when you're a smaller guard. When you have the ball, it's not, if you have the ball and you're that skilled as Malachi Flynn seems to be from just the video that I've seen, it's exciting. Now, as a smaller guard. What are the downsides? If you get a good mid-range, if you got a good three-point shot, what's a downside? Well, the downside for more or less, again, this still a downside for Fred VanVleet in a sense, the interior scoring, right? Fred VanVleet has learned to create his own shots and to create his own buckets in the paint. Malachi Flynn will learn how to do that at the NBA level. I'm not worried about that. So what I'm trying to do, guys, I'm trying to separate the God-given talent and the things that he can work on and you can actually get better at. And all the things I'm saying, he can do so, right? I really like Malachi Flynn. The strengths, I'm going to read the strengths and weaknesses I got here. Great command as a pick and roll ball handler. There you go. Good outside and scoring touch. Active defender, forces turnovers thanks to quick hands. Well, those are the ones I've already said. The weaknesses, doesn't overwhelm with his athleticism, as I've said. Even with determined high IQ play, his slight build will make him a target defensively. But again, he's got to fill out a bit. I take that with a grain of salt. Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry are not the biggest guys out there, but they can hold their own on defense. He can learn that. I like the pickup. I like the draft pick. He's not a guy that's going to plop right into your rotation right away. Don't expect that with the 29th overall pick in the first round, right? Don't expect that. I like the pick. Again, like I said earlier, it's a safe pick. And it's just a really solid one. Welcome Malachi Flynn to the Toronto Raptors. And it's going to be really exciting to watch this kid play. I'm really excited. We love Fred VanVleet. He's basically a spitting image of the guy. It's pretty crazy. So if that's any indication, I love what we're going to see from Malachi Flynn. Now let's get to the other guy the Raptors drafted, Jalen Harris. Okay, he played for see, I don't have his school here. Wait for it. There it is, out of Nevada. And again, like I said, the two guys they picked up are scorers. Jalen Harris is an extremely good scorer. He averaged over 20 a game, 21.7 points a game with Nevada. He shot 44.6% from the field to go along with 6.5 boards. Again, this is a guard, right? Again, so it's that type of thing. He's 6'5", and I look at him, and I think he was a 36% three-point shooter. Again, he could score, great off the pick and roll, great. He's a fantastic mid-range shooter. A little bit of an awkward shooting for him, but hey, if it works for him, I don't care. I really don't. But the one thing, it might take some time, take some grooming for a guy like Jalen Harris, is his defensive intensity. There's been times, again, I watched the highlights pack and the low light packs even. I saw those too. And yeah, the phone's going off. Don't you love that? Ain't that perfect? First video back and the flipping phone's going off. You love it. Anyways, his defensive intensity lacks. He gets caught in a pick and roll and he kind of just stands around. Now, we know as Raptor fans, and we know as, watching this team, that will not slide in the NBA. That will not slide with the Toronto Raptors. If you get caught up in a pick and roll, you find a guy, you defend him. Whether it's a guy with the ball or it's an off-ball defending. Don't allow wide open shots. And for a guy like Jalen Harris, who is shown to, not be the greatest at the defensive end, at least at this point in his career, things can change. He's a great scorer. He's great at the rim, even though, he's 6'5", he's only 195 pounds. But he's great in contact, in the paint. He's got a great mid-range. He shoots 36% from three. So like I said, he's a scorer. Raptor fans, who's a scorer the Raptors have who utterly improved at the defensive end this year? Matt Thomas. Matt Thomas was a great three-point shooter. We knew that coming into this last year. We saw that, but we kind of knew the defensive prowess wasn't really there. And that's probably why he didn't get as much playing time as he would have hoped to. And that's going to take some grooming. And with a guy like Jalen Harris, you're going to get the same type of thing. Great shooter. Maybe not as lights-out three-point shooter as Matty Ice, but again, a second round, 59th overall pick. You got a guy that can score. See what you can do with him. And the way this Raptors development staff works, I'll give them scores and just see what they can do, right? Anybody who's yapping this team and saying how, this means Fred VanVleet's going, or this, you don't know. I mean, really, in this day and age, who's going to give a guy like Fred VanVleet a max contract? Well, Fred's a great... No. I'm not saying he's not a great player. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is that Fred VanVleet is a fantastic player, but with this day and age of COVID, a max contract is not going to be given out. And if it is, it's going to handicap whatever team gets it, right? But if you're the Raptors, and clearly the Raptors seem to be the clear-cut favorite to get Fred VanVleet back, which is great. I think he wants to test the waters when free agency hits and kind of see what happens. But I think his heart is here in Toronto. It's going to stay here. And you bring in these guys, scorers. Like I said, who says Fred VanVleet's going to be healthy all the time? Who says Kyle Lowry's going to be healthy all the time? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with Terrence Davis. We have no idea what's going to happen with that situation. So they built up some more guys because technically Fred VanVleet is, not a Toronto Raptor. I guess technically he still is as of right now, but in the coming days, he's not. Kyle Lowry, as much as we love him and he's played like a dog for so many years, he's 35? Is he 36 yet? I can't remember. He's not getting any younger, right? So who do the Raptors have that are coming up that can take spots? Well, you could have had a Terrence Davis, but we don't know what the future lies with him. Norman Powell, he hasn't really taken that next step. We saw it for that great stretch before COVID hit, but we haven't seen it consistently over an 82-game schedule. So you bring in two guys. Are they going to replace them? Probably not, at least not right away. You add prospects to the pool. That's like Leaf fans saying, why are you drafting more forwards? We already have so many. You got to stockpile. And the Raptors are doing that right now. They got DeJuan Hernandez, I think it was last year in the second round, or it was the year before. I can't remember. And you got to find a way to build up the prospects again. You haven't had a first-round pick in a couple of years. So to get that first-round pick, to build it back up again, it's good. And I trust this Raptors organization more than anything when it comes to player development. Ladies and gentlemen, can we go back to what everyone already knows? The Raptors won an NBA championship with 0 players drafted higher than, what was it, 15th overall? It was Kawhi Leonard, I think, was 15th. It can be done. And this Raptor team, homegrown, built this squad for the most part. So I trust them. I like these two signings. Or I guess I love these two draft picks for the Toronto Raptors. Sorry, guys. I like Jalen Harris. I think he can score a lot. Again, just got to bring up that defensive intensity and learn how to play defense for the most part. But you put him with this coaching staff, I'm not worried about that at all. Malachi Flynn can shoot the three at a really good rate. Great on ball. Great when he has the ball. When he doesn't have the ball, it's kind of tricky for him. But again, stuff he can learn. Ways to get open in the NBA. Coaching. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch these two guys develop with the Toronto Raptors, and it's going to be a lot of fun seeing them grow. All right? So, guys, look, there's not much else I need to talk about when it comes to the Raptors and it comes to these two draft picks for our boys. But, as we all know, NBA free agency is... it's right around the corner. I think it's, in a couple days or something? Or is it tomorrow? I can't remember when it is. Let me try and find that out for you guys. But all I know is that the NBA trade season is going crazy right now because everyone kind of thought, right? Everyone kind of thought that, with the Milwaukee Bucks making the trade for Bogdanovich and Drew Holiday, that, Giannis is going back there. So does that change how people react? Well, then Bogdanovich, the whole trade fell through, and we're like, does that change anything? So everything's all over the place when it comes to the future of a lot of different teams who are trying to make space for Giannis, but if he doesn't end up being a free agent, then it's just a whole bunch of craziness going on. I'm trying to find out the thing for you guys, the one that says the dates. I think it's at the 20th. Free agency gets going. There it is right there. No, that's not this. That's the season getting going. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's the 20th, which, if I'm not mistaken, is tomorrow. It is. But whatever the case may be, when free agency hits, the Raptors are going to be up to something. Whatever the case may be, they exercised the contract of Stanley Johnson, and I think that's more or less because we don't know what's up with Terrence Davis. We don't know the future of him. Plus, he gave you that little bit of swagger there in the bubble in those last couple of games before the season, before the playoffs started. Now, I don't know if that means anything or whatnot, but hey, all I'm trying to say is this Raptor team is going to be busy, and I don't care. Look, everybody's going to get mad. There's always going to be people who get mad at Masai Ujiri and mad at Bobby Webster for signing some guy, drafting these two players. Oh, you should have gone after this guy. Oh, you should have gone after this guy. You got these two guys. Look at them, read about them, watch their film, enjoy them. And as for free agents, it's going to happen. Whatever the case may be, Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster are going to do their thing. If at this point in time you don't trust those two guys, you're clearly not a basketball fan. Or a Toronto Raptors fan at that. I trust these guys with my... Okay, I wouldn't say that. With this basketball organization. That's probably the better way to put it. And it all gets going. Look, free agency is going crazy. Got to get Fred VanVleet back on a contract. Serge Ibaka is a free agent. We don't know what the future holds with him as well. So... a lot of craziness going to happen in the coming days, coming weeks, whatnot, and it's basically all started already with the draft kicking off today and trades being able to happen a couple days ago. So it's going to be a lot of fun, guys, and then the season gets going on December 22nd. I don't know if there's preseason or whatnot. If there is, then I'll be doing videos for you guys, but look, I'll get you guys. It's crazy. You know, free agency is about to start, and it's a month before the season. Crazy. Crazy stuff, guys. But all right, you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and like the draftees for the Toronto Raptors, smack the like button to appreciate that. If you don't like them, well, let me know why. And hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the draft picks for the Toronto Raptors. Do you like them? Do you not like them? If you like them, tell me why. If you don't like them, tell me why. Also, free agency kicking off very soon. What are your expectations for the Toronto Raptors and Masai Ujiri? I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get it going, though. It's going to be an absolute dogfight because there's only a month till the season gets going, so they got to get players signed. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Twitter is down below for myself, guys. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Instagram link is down in the description below, so if you have not followed the Instagram page already, please go do so. And I will talk to you guys, Raptors edition, at some point in time when they make some sort of move, because it's bound to happen at some point. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I miss you, but I can't wait to have sports back in the next month or so, because then hockey's like a couple weeks after that, and then baseball's spring training should be a couple months after that. Lots of fun. Can't wait to get things going again for you guys. I miss you, but I can't wait to come back. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys know the video. Talk to you guys then.